Hey friends! Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my pedal board and how I get my tone. So I've been using this setup for about 3 years. So I started out with very different sets of pedals, but I think there was like 3 of these that are the longest standing, which is like Equaliser, my delay and my overdrive pedal. But the general concept and idea is round about the same. And my mantra for my pedal board is to make my life as easy as possible and to make as little changes as possible. Yes, I'm a very simple girl. So a lot of pedals that I've chosen, they are very versatile and they can be used in a lot of different kinds of genres. My pedal board is generally divided into 3 sections. The first one is the tone shaper, and the second one is a rock and roller, and the third one is everything nice, you know, like sugar and spice and everything nice. So the first one in the circuit is of course the tuner, and everyone needs a sturdy, very trusty tuner. Then the second one in circuit is my Giggity by VooDoo Lab. It's a preamp. You've got sun here, brightness, and the moon here, which is dark. Then you have loudness, body. If you want your guitar to have more body or you have more air, you can just fix it right here. Simple as that. And the master tone, the good thing about it is it doesn't add more gain to it, it just adds more volume. This is like ultimately what you want from a preamp pedal, so that it doesn't really modify your sound. So it's a simple pedal, I keep it on all the time. This is what I call like a global presets thing, where, you know, sometimes if I change my guitar or depending on the amp that in the venue, that I can set this accordingly, which is very useful because you don't need to like turn everything and try to switch everything when you change your gigs. And the next in line is the Ohmless pedal compressor, Yara compressor. This is like one of my longest standing pedals. Very sturdy, I don't really touch it much, and you can see my knobs are gone. It does boost the dynamics quite a lot, and so I quite like it. 2 of these are on all the time. And the next in line is Equaliser. Normally I set it into like a sad phase, 1.6K, the highest, the peak, because I want it to stand out the most. And if you go to Logic, the graph, and you can, if you record yourself and you play it to yourself, and you can find out where it stands out the most. Yeah, so that area around that region is the best. This EQ tends to modify like the gain, so I guess I don't really put over where the middle bit is. I don't put too much over it because it's gonna modify, it's gonna put more gain to your tone. So that sums up my tone shaping section. And the next section I have is the rock and roll. The first in line is my Pitch Fork. I guess this is like the most useful octaver pedal you can find. So it's got a really good harmonizing function. You've got minor second, which is weird, very dissonant, so don't use it. And major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, minor 6, minor 7, and octave, and 2 octaves and 3 octaves. And the cool thing about it is you have this dual switch where if it's in the middle, it has like the higher octaves and lower octaves together, so literally it sounds like 3 guitars playing at the same time. Or you can just switch it to a higher octave or lower octave, it's up to you. And you have this latch. I think latch is so cool. Basically when you turn it off, look, so if I press it, it will turn on the sound, so it creates this whoop sound kind of thing. It's very smooth, so it's not on and off chopped kind of sound. I mean, I didn't use my pedal board when I toured with Martin, so one of his songs, Great and Glorious, by Martin Smith, check it out. The guitar solo, he uses that. And yeah, it's a really cool effect. I really want to use it in one of my songs, you know. I'm gonna incorporate that, definitely. So my drives, I am very excited to tell you about my drives. So okay, this pedal, the first one, Outlier by Greenhouse Effect. You can check them out. I forgot where they're from. Not only, number one, they look amazing, like all their pedals look amazing. The artwork and all that, even though it's a little bit scary, like with eyes and all sorts, but beautiful. My knobs for this Outlier, they are so sensitive, which it's a good thing actually. It's basically, if I go the gain, so you have volume, gain, bass and treble. So my gain, if I go really low, like I can play blues of some sort with it, and if I go really high, I can literally play metal-y stuff. And the cool thing about this is like it has overdrive and distortion switch as well. I think this really offers such a wide range of, you know, it opens up the whole genre. So you can play blues, you can play soft rock, you can play hard rock, rock and roll, heavy metal all the way. And the next in line is my Ice 9 by Joe Satriani. I love that pedal. I always stack two overdrives together because I find that it creates a certain texture that you can't get with just one pedal. And of course, like you can see in my gain over here, it's okay. Oh, I just changed it, but normally my gain for my Outlier would be over here, and this might be up until here, or sometimes I want it less. But it's definitely, I can feel it when I turn it on. It, like, you know, it kicks up another notch. When you try to build a board of some sort, don't go with the technicalities or what should go with what. Go with your ears, what you hear and what you like. And I think that's like the best way to build a board. And the cool thing about this is it's got a vintage and modern as well, modern drive. That sums up my rock and roller section. Yeah, so in between you have the volume pedal, obviously, before the everything nice section, because you don't want it to stop the little bit spices in the end. And last section, I call it everything nice because it's like sugar and spice and everything nice. You can live without it, but with it, it's like it's so much better. It's like when you cook, the last pinch of salt that you add to your stew, like it's the best. So the first one over here, it's my delay pedal, Joe Satriani's delay. So this is a simple, straight to the point delay pedal. You have divisions here: crotchet, dotted quaver, and triplet. Time, feedback, level, just a normal delay, and you can even change it modern and vintage as well. I can't really tell the difference yet. I can tell, like, I don't know how to describe, but I can hear it. I just don't know how to describe it. I'm not like an ambient music player kind of thing, so I just want the delay to repeat what I play. Like, I don't really need a fancy ping pong delay stuff. Next one in line, you have my chorus pedal. I love that pedal. So that chorus pedal is TC Electronics, John Petrucci, Dreamscape. It's a very simple pedal, yet powerful. It's so easy to use. I love this pedal is because, I mean, you can put the tone print stuff in, which I rarely use it. I find that when you add it in to your overdrive, it tends to smooth things out a little bit more. And I learned it from Lukather and Steve Rothery from Marillion, the band Marillion. Like, I love their tone. It's just what they play is always really smooth. It doesn't have that harsh sound. So I decided to add to it, and even now I'm using my Kemper a lot. I still add chorus to my playing. Flanger too. It has this really cool spacey effect to it, I can say, when I play it. So John Petrucci uses that flanger too in one of his songs in Octavarium. That was like, I don't know, 20 years ago probably. It's all in a really cool pedal that adds in extra texture to your playing. Especially if you want to have another pedal. I think if you get like chorus, phaser, or flanger, it really takes your tone to the next level. Eddie Van Halen uses phaser, and it makes his playing go faster. So it's just, you know, sines and electric waves and whatnot. I experimented with my Kemper with adding flanger, and my next cover is gonna be that. I'm gonna be using that, so yes, stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel so that you can see that. The last one of my board is Meatloaf. No, I'm just kidding. It's Eventide Space. It's my reverb pedal. Why it's Meatloaf? I'm not a fan of Meatloaf band. I just happened to type in Meatloaf. I didn't want it to be just a normal hole effect. I am very underusing or underutilizing this pedal at the moment. I mean, I was picking in between Big Sky and Eventide Space, and I know a lot of my friends were like saying top praises about Big Sky, but I just couldn't understand how to use Big Sky. So this is like, it makes sense to me more, and You can see like low, high, delay, size of the room, decay, and everything's there, and I can just fix it very quickly. And it has their signature space kind of reverby effect, which is, it's called black hole, where it sucks you in and then it pulls you out into this huge room or space. All in all, lovely reverb, very versatile. So that's it. That's the snapshot of my whole pedal board. I built this board initially to play in Hillsong Church London because the church had a certain specific sound in mind, and everyone else uses a board. And I didn't want to have two boards because I was establishing myself as a solo guitarist, and I had uni and all that stuff, and I was playing outside as well. I didn't want to have two different boards. And also, this is a temple board, pedal board, so it's not Velcro, so it's harder to change. As you can see, these are like, there's like modules, plates, and all that stuff, so it makes it really tough to modify, not like Velcro. Might make a video about that. So building a guitar pedal board, I learned a lot about guitar tone and electronics, especially like how to create your tone from ground up, like what is needed and what you want to achieve. I think it's very important for every guitarist. So now that most of my recording and playing is done with the Kemper stage, the idea and the concept is still pretty much the same as my pedal board. I think that if I were to use my Kemper at first before building this board, I don't think I'll be able to create or build that kind of tone in Kemper that all of you love, which I get a lot of compliments about it, and I'm very happy because that's my goal. Yes, I advise every guitarist to build your own pedal board, and whatever genre you are, whether you're a jazz guitarist, rock guitarist, heavy metal, blues, I think you will learn so much about tone building, electronics. Also, not to buy too much pedals, buy what you need. I think that is every guitarist kind of guilty of that. But I think I'm fine. I don't shop too much. I only buy what I need. I hope you enjoyed today's video, a simple run through of my pedal board. And smash the like button and hit the subscribe, and leave a comment down below of what you want to see me doing next. Maybe my Kemper tone rundown or so. So yes, let me know. See you next time. Bye!